Hello. You're Hazel's granddaughter? I'm Westley.
I've never seen you around before.
Oh, I don't live in Fairhaven.
Oh, I see. So you came over on the ferry from Milkwater. Well, thanks for taking the time to come all that way.
Of course, I wanted to come pay my respects. Hazel was a wonderful friend. Oh, and I have this for you. I run a rare bookshop, you see. Hazel had me fix the binding on this old family heirloom. I know she would have wanted you to have it.
Oh. Thank you so much.
Well, I should go. Nice to meet you, Tara.
Nice to meet you too. So, what's Milkwater like?
Pleasant.
Pleasant.
Yep. Do you get much time to read? Or does the farm keep you too busy?
The farm keeps me on my feet from dawn until dusk.
But you should read a little every day. It's like drinking water. Good for you. Oh, I can't wait to drink some of this while reading the latest detective novels that came in.
What's your selection of fantasy books like, Westley?
Quite robust. Though the titles I carry are a bit, obscure.
I'll have to visit your shop sometime and see for myself.
That Francis is such a natty dresser. I want to ask him where he shops, but,
Francis is chill. I'm sure he'd take it as a compliment. Besides, you've got a great sense of style, too.
I just adore Westley. There's a man who knows his suit size. Most men go a size too big. It's strange, though. I told him I'd stop by his store in Milkwater, and he looked panicked.
Maybe he's doing renovations or something.
I suppose.
I like visiting Amira's office, even when I'm not sick. She has such a warm presence. Talking to her is like drinking a perfect cup of tea. Kai's quite sharp. If I give him a book recommendation, the next time I see him, he's finished it and ready to chat. I love my Fairhaven visits. The air smells so fresh here. There's nothing like coming over on the ferry, an unread book in my bag. So much potential.
What the what? Did I fall and it hit my head?
Ah! A human!
Hold on. Tara Wylde? Is that you?
Yes. But who are you? You're familiar, but I can't.
Oh, buckles and buttons! It sure is Tara!
Ariel, if this is a prank, I'm going to blast you.
You think I did this? I like a good joke, but I know the rules.
Witch, what have you done?
I didn't do this, I swear. Sophia just named me the Summertide Star, and I ended up here.
No, we haven't called a Summertide Star here for generations. The townspeople forgot us long ago.
Teleportation magic is advanced. It's not something a new witch could know.
But if she didn't send herself here, then who?
Again! What? Who were those people? Were they even people? Hello again.
Oh, I was hoping you'd be out. I found some of your grandmother's papers inside my workshop. They must have gotten dislodged from the journal she had me fix up.
You know, you look sort of like someone
Yes. Well, all of us look like other people, statistically. Anyway, scribbled on one sheet is a list of ingredients for some ritual item. Very strange.
Yes, very.
Well, I'm off. Lots of books to sell. Lovely chatting. The best secrets become stories. So many of our legends are secrets echoed amongst time. Tara, you've returned. I knew you could do it.
And I knew I'd seen you somewhere before. I live in Milkwater, my foot.
It's the Wylde boat. Huh, and look, the wildling.
Ah, Tara. Do you have the customary charm?
Oh, here it is. So what does this do, anyway?
Oh, if you break the charm, it reveals your location. A fascinating little gadget.
And if you ever endanger our secrecy here, we will know exactly where to find you.
But Where am I exactly?
Oh, where are manners? Yes, you're in Ravenwood Hollow, a hidden little home. You already know me as a human, but under the moon I take a slightly more wolfish form.
You may call me Perry. I'm a fairy, and I run the apothecary. What? It's not even that funny.
We've met, course. Oh, but not formally. I'm Zephyr, of the Grimspark Goblins.
I'm Ariel. I would like you more if you were scaly or furry or had wings, but you'll do.
Wow. I've never seen this place on a map of Fairhaven.
Technically, we're not in Fairhaven. This place exists between a point in the human world, that's Fairhaven, and a point in the Fey world, the Gloaming.
Don't tell me. Another place everyone failed to mention.
Come speak with me later. There are things about the Fey world you must know.
So you are the Fae?
Yes, and we don't let many into our home. Not even all witches.
But you brought me here during the summer festival.
Actually, we haven't been able to untie that particular knot.
What Zephyr means is none of us brought you here. We still don't know how it happened.
Great. Love that there's a unsolved mystery centering around me, being flung through space-time.
Ooh, spicy! Just like your grandmother.
Now that you've been formally received into Ravenwood Hollow, you can come and go as you like. Just remember, never reveal our existence to anyone.
So, were you born in Ravenwood Hollow?
Not at all. I grew up in a tiny town in Alaska, and my parents are decidedly human. The story of how I ended up here is quite complicated. Welcome to my humble little shop. See? I really am a rare bookseller. Just, very rare books.
I used to have fantasies about browsing books in stores like this. What kind of books are these?
Many of them are incantation collections. There's some history of magic and magical theory mixed in too. Oh, and detective stories. I love a good detective story.
So, how long were you planning on letting me believe that you lived in Milkwater?
Well, it's what the residents of Fairhaven have always assumed, so I just went with it.
Is it strange living among the Fae? Since you were born human.
Yes, I still feel like I have a lot to learn about Fae customs and rules. I do miss having low-stakes human conversations sometimes. But I'd rather avoid going to town if it's not necessary.
Well, if you're nervous about being around civilians, you could come visit the Coven at our circle.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. You only meet at night, and I think I make some of your members uncomfortable when I'm in my wolf form. Plus, sometimes I have a hard time controlling my howling.
You should just come by during the day. You won't have to worry about transforming into your wolfy self then.
That's true. I'll think about it.
If you don't want to come to town, I'll visit you here more often. That way you can still get some human interaction.
That's kind of you. I would be delighted. Oh, and my samovar is always hot and ready to make a cup of tea. I hope you don't mind my saying so. But I see a lot of hazel in you. I hope you decide to stay on. And come visit us in Ravenwood Hollow whenever you need anything.
Do you ever catch up with your family back in Alaska?
Well, my dad walked out on us when my brother and I were 3. Went back to Russia. My mom and I talk, but she also thinks I run a bookstore in Milkwater. I haven't been able to tell her about, you know. Perry always gets excited to see if we'll receive offerings during the summer festival. Milk and honey are fine, I suppose, but how come nobody leaves books as offerings? How did you know I'm hungry enough to eat an entire cow? Although, I'm that hungry on most nights.
So, the new rancher...
No, I am not going to eat his livestock. I have more self-control than that.
I was just going to ask if you'd met him yet.
Oh. By the way, the last time I was in town, Kai mentioned he'd sold you a mulberry seedling. Do you have any extra mulberries?
I'll check. What are you making?
Oh, just a incantation.
That's not vague at all.
It's for, you see...
It's okay. You don't have to tell me. As long as you're not making, I don't know, some magical bomb.
I would never.
I was joking. Mostly. Let me see about those mulberries. Here you are, Westley. Enough mulberries for an entire pie.
Now, what I'm making is much more interesting.
And what you're making is... Oh, fine.
Okay. I've been researching ways to lessen the effects of lycanthropy. That is, being a werewolf. I would prefer to be a little less, werewolf-ish.
But you have such lovely fur.
That's kind of you. However, being a were-creature comes with plenty of downsides. One of the texts I read suggested that an incantation made with ink of the mulberry might help.
I hope you get what you want.
Me too. Here, take this. Fair is fair. Is your farm doing okay?
For now, but that won't last forever.
I feel so guilty. I don't have any useful fae power, so I can't do much. If only werewolves could make it rain.
It's okay, Westley. Changing into a wolf and summoning storm clouds don't go together anyway.
Being a werewolf is so inconvenient sometimes. Do you know how many vests I've torn while transforming?
How many?
Several.
Evening, Westley. Hey, this looks like a good fishing spot.
Oh, I wouldn't dare. Ariel would flip out if I heard any wildlife in front of him. It's honestly a bit weird for me. Back home, everyone I knew either fished or hunted. Salmon and game are such a big part of living in Alaska, you know? There's that nostalgia. After I was, bitten, I left home right away. I didn't want to risk hurting my family. Some werefolks I met on the West Coast said that Perry might have potions that could help me, so I came here. Perry's been great, but she couldn't unwerewolf me. So, I don't know if I'll ever go home again.
I'm not saying it will ever truly make up for your loss, but maybe you could make this place your home? I never imagined I would feel so at home here when I first came to the island.
I hope you're right. I guess I have made some friends since coming here. Yourself included. I should go fishing in Fairhaven more often, though. Nothing makes me feel at home like some fresh-caught salmon for dinner.
I think that the right home for you is where people can accept you for being who you really are.
I agree, but I don't really feel that way here. I know I make Ariel uneasy, and maybe the Coven members too when I'm in my wolf form.
Maybe you could still go home to Alaska one day?
No, not without a real cure for my condition. I might put my family in danger otherwise, and I could never forgive myself if I did that. Oh, my word. Thank you. Hazel used to make this for me, but your version? It smells even better. I liked Hazel so much, you know. Before I came here, I had trouble finding a place for myself. But Hazel, she made this island feel like home.
Yeah, she had that effect on people.
Shelby's a tough nut to crack. He hardly mentions the past, but I can sense he's led a unique life. Our elders live on through their stories, so I'm going to keep trying. Have you gotten an Ogiva yet? I got her talking all about Assam tea production. I wish I could invite her to my shop and show her my samovar. I'm reading some old legends about Fairhaven, and you'll never guess what I've learned, Tara. Did you know that the goblins and the first people who lived here used to work together in harmony? Fae and humans coexisting. Imagine that. It's all too easy to keep my head buried in my books. My customers remind me there's actual life to be lived out there.
Been to Ravenwood Hollow lately, Farseer?
I visit Westley's shop every so often. He does have the best parchment for miles round.
Wesley, have you ever heard of any other place that has to change their seasons?
Not exactly. But in one of Shakespeare's plays, the Queen of the Fae has a speech about the seasons changing when they shouldn't. And the cause? Too much Fae magic.
Hey, Westley, I got your order ready, same as last week. I don't know where you put it all. Or maybe you're making dinner for a special someone?
Nope. That really is just for me.
Don't put him on the spot like that, Kim. Maybe Wesley has a relationship, but they're keeping it quiet.
Thanks, Tara, but no. I'm not seeing anyone.
There's nothing wrong with having a healthy appetite, Kim. I've always got some snacks packed in my bag for extra energy.
Thanks, Tara.
Is it true that sometimes you keep whole containers of soup in there?
I can give you some veggies to round out your meals, Westley.
Thanks, Tara. I know Kim's just teasing me, but to be honest, I do miss being able to go out to a nice dinner with friends. I look forward to an evening of great food and good conversation.
Hey, I would be happy to join you for dinner anytime, even if you are feeling a bit buzzier.
I might take you up on that. I've been reading about old Russian harvest festivals now that it's finally fall. My dad may have been a deadbeat, but I still like learning about the place he came from. Maybe, if I can find a potion that lasts for an entire flight, I could even go there someday.
Wesley's howl is finally getting pretty good. For a while there, he sounded like a pup.
You'll be careful in the gloaming, right, Tara? Places like the gloaming appear in folklore from all over the world. They are full of wonder, but also danger.
So did your mom also come to Alaska from Russia?
No, she didn't come from anywhere. She grew up in Alaska. My grandparents would have preferred that she didn't marry a random foreigner. But when my dad left, they helped raise my brother and me. I wish I could see them again. I heard about the wedding. Good for Francis. He's a delight. If I have a spare hour, I like asking him about the pieces he's working on. He loves old things, old stories, same as me. Excellent. I can get to work now. I used to cover elections for the college paper back in Alaska. The smaller the town, the more intense the elections. Every time.
Perry is always accusing me of creating mischief around here. But if you ask me, Wesley is the one to keep an eye on. I don't trust anyone with 1 foot in the human and 1 foot in the Fey worlds. Both of my feet are planted firmly on this side of the veil, as you can see.
So, since the nights are getting longer, do you ever go hunting in Fairhaven?
Oh, no. Not because I'm against it. Where I'm from, everyone hunts, but if anyone saw me, I'd have to stop coming to Fairhaven. And the Fae are fine, but I need time with other humans.
I have warned Westley to spend less time in your village, now that they are even more suspicious of outsiders. But the human side of him wishes to be around other humans.
What you reading, Wesley?
Oh, I just acquired an out-of-print collection of traditional Russian fairy tales. I think my mom might have softened the endings of some of these when she read them to me at bedtime.
Have you always loved old books and lore?
Yes. I was studying the classics in college right before I got bit. I guess I was always kind of a dreamy kid. What about you, Tara? Do you have a favorite fairy tale?
I always loved Beauty and the Beast.
I wonder if true love could turn me into a prince.
I always liked Little Red Riding Hood. I guess I can relate to the story of a little girl who traveled to her grandma's house to try to make her feel better.
Wolves are very misrepresented in some fairy tales, I'm sad to say.
The 12 Dancing Princesses. I can relate to the story of girls who go through a trapdoor in their floor and discover a secret magical realm.
Well, if I were your partner and still a regular person, I would certainly wonder where you go all night when you're meeting the coven. Maybe you should have a partner who understands who you are. I guess part of my fascination with folktales is my hope that I might find a clue in them that will lead me to a cure. I never imagined when I used to read them that I would one day live among the Fae. Perry doesn't like us to spend too much time with humans, but I feel you can relate to how I feel. Your world changed just as suddenly as mine did.
That's true.
Yes, well, I feel like I can be myself around you, Tara. You haven't even been a witch for a full year yet, and you're already dealing with wraiths. That's a lot to handle.
Become a witch, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Hey, at least someone asked your permission first.
Wesley asked me to see if I could measure the light from the moon and make him clothes that blocked out only those light frequencies. He thought maybe that would keep him from turning at night, but it didn't work. At least not yet. I gotta keep trying.
So, Zephyr talked you into a whirligig. She made one for me a while back. The thing was supposed to reshelve books, but it organized my entire store by book size. I couldn't find anything for months. Even though I don't live here, Sophia won't quit asking me if she can set me up with someone. Is she like this with everyone?
Pretty much.
Are you ready for our al fresco dinner?
Not yet.
Not hungry yet? Well, let me know when you've worked up an appetite.
Yep, I've got a fresh baked loaf right here.
Perfect. Let's go. I'll just say it, Tara. I didn't ask you to join me so that we could have a nice meal. There's also something I've been working up the courage to say. I care for you. A lot.
Oh, Westley, I really like you. But I would rather we just be friends.
Oh, sure. Okay. I understand. I'm happy to have you as a friend, Tara. Let's enjoy the rest of our meal.
Oh, Westley, I feel the same way.
Really? Even though I'm sometimes like this. If it were nighttime, I might go in for a kiss right now. Tara, you're looking ravishing today. Not that I want to, or would, I mean, you know. Here's a little bookshop owner's secret. We can typically order any book, even ones not in our established niches.
I've asked Westley if he'd like to carry the Book of the Mind at his bookstore, but he keeps saying no. I don't understand. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's just not the kind of book Westley really sells.
What a wonderful outfit, Tara. Just beautiful.
Aw, that means a lot coming from my dapper darling.
I've been thinking of creating a Fae encyclopedia, but I have no idea where to start.
Why don't you start with yourself?
Sure, I'll take that off your hands. You know, I thought she'd raise my hackles, but Cleopatra is the perfect reading companion.
Oh, wow.
Good morning, dear. Are you ready for Angus and Frances's wedding?
Yes, I can't wait. But what should I wear?
I've been told that the ceremony's in the woods, so I don't know if it matters much. Besides, you look lovelier than an illuminated manuscript.
Thanks, I think. Come on, let's go.
I understand why Frances and Angus chose a civil ceremony. The people in Fairhaven are so friendly. I want to get to know them better, but
What?
if I'm not careful, they'll see my other self, and then I'd have to stay in Ravenwood Hollow forever. I wish the other Fae could come out to Fairhaven with me,
Why's that?
because then this place, the people, the buildings, would feel more real to them. It's odd being the one who always goes between. When Juliet played at the wedding, it reminded me of Giacomo. He used to walk around Ravenwood Hollow whistling. One day, maybe Juliet will do the same.
Well, we have to do something. What's the point of having magic at all if we don't use it to help that poor lady?
I use my magic to help all the time. But I help creatures, not humans. Humans destroy each other. It's all that makes them unique.
Ahem. As the only one of us who used to be a human, let me say that isn't true. Humans are afraid of what they don't know. But so are the Fae. We're not different, and I can't hold up here, watching Sophia suffer.
Say you help her. What if you're discovered? What if you transform? Interfering with human affairs does more harm than good. I would know.
But you're... Wait, can't I just... Oh, drat, I don't like this.
Perry and I are hundreds of years old. We've seen scads of witch trials. Never ends well.
And as the senior members of Ravenwood Hollow, we're breaking this tie. No interfering.
Well, horse feathers.
How much of that did you hear?
Enough to get the gist. No helping.
A decision I have to abide by, technically. But if there's anything you need...
Wow. Thanks, Westley. That's very generous of you.
Westley tells me someone in your village was accused of being a witch.
Yes, but it wasn't someone in our coven. I feel terrible. Sophia is completely innocent. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being what we are.
You must be more careful. If they ensnare one of you, you won't be able to keep the wellspring in balance. Then more innocents will suffer.
Ariel thinks I'm too sensitive because I'm half human. But do I ever say Ariel is too sensitive because he gets emotionally invested in the fate of every ant and worm on the island? No.
Has a wraith ever escaped into Ravenwood Hollow, Perry?
No, they don't come here. They need someone weak enough to possess. Even Westley being half human is more of a challenge than they desire. But an escaped wraith still seeks to drain the wellspring of its power, and that puts us all at peril.
Not to be dramatic, but sometimes I wonder if my whole life is a charade. I want to grab Natalia by the shoulders and say, "Don't you realize what's happening to you?" But I can't.
Yeah, I understand.
My heart, have you had any tea today? You're always running around. You must take a rest sometimes. Tara, I haven't seen you in a while. I know you might not always make it all the way to Ravenwood Hollow, but is something wrong?
Of course not, love. I'm sorry. I've just been running around too much.
I understand. Just run my way sometimes, maybe.
I'm sorry. I've just been working up the courage to tell you. I don't think we should be together anymore.
I was afraid you might say that. But listen, I really think you should sleep on it. If you still feel this way, go see Francis. Apparently, the townspeople have an interesting custom for breakups. He'll explain it.
Wesley, I have something for you.
Ah, I see. Well, I guess you thought things through. I hope we can still be friends, Tara. Really, I do. What's your favorite epic poem?
Pardon?
Your favorite epic? You know, Beowulf, the Odyssey, the Bhagavad Gita.
I'm gonna have to think on that one and get back to you.
Instead of letting Cameron say whatever he wants at the center, perhaps someone should sit him down for a history class. He could clearly use a lesson on the vile precedents being echoed. In Slavic folklore, there's a magical creature called the Leshy. It can compel humans to do its bidding. But if you know the right words, you can banish it.
Leshy, Jinn, Wraith, whatever they're called, they need to dial it down.
Westley told me about that woman who cooks delicious food, Sophia. Why would your Otto say she's a witch? The scent of magic on a human is simple enough to sniff out.
Humans don't have a nose like yours, Ariel. This would all be easier if we could just smell magic.
Fairhaven is lucky to have you. Otherwise, Sophia would have been... Well, Hazel knew what she was doing, bringing you here.
I miss you, Wesley. I've never felt about anyone the way I feel about you. It's scary, but I don't want to let it go. Could we start over?
I'm honored you'd like to give our love a do-over. Let's do it, darling. Hazel always wore Robert's ring on a chain around her neck after he passed.
Oh, I never knew it was Grandpa's.
Theirs was a real love story. And Hazel was a true romantic, even if she didn't seem like the sentimental type. Ravenwood's been a home when I wasn't sure if I'd ever have one again. I hope it feels like a sort of home for you, too.
When Westley first arrived here, he had me attempt many variations on a lycanthropy cure. None of them worked. Now he has stopped asking. Perhaps he has finally accepted the Fae part of himself.
Sweetheart, if you have a moment, could you catch me some salmon? I want to make something special.
Well, you never know what's going to bite, but I'll try.
I never get tired of salmon. Roasted, smoked, made into broth, mixed with juniper berries. You can't go wrong. Is that fresh salmon? Perfect. Tomorrow morning, would you take a walk with me down by the beach? I'll have your surprise ready then.
All right, what's your scheme, honey?
I made you roast salmon the way my Nana taught me. She used to tell me stories while she cooked. Do you want to hear one?
Of course I do.
Once upon a time, a man found a falcon's feather and gave it to his youngest daughter, Alanushka. That night, an enormous falcon landed on Alanushka's window. But when it saw her, the falcon turned into a man, Finist. Finist and Alanushka fell in love. But Alanushka's jealous sisters put knives on her window. When Finist landed, he cried out and flew all the way back to the magical land where he lived. Alanushka went on a long journey to Finist's land, where she finally found him and told him she hadn't been the one to hurt him.
And then what? Did they live in Alanushka's country or Finist's?
None of the stories say. But I still like it. Nobody judges the fair maiden for loving someone who turns into an animal. And I want us to be able to make a life together, even if it's hard. Because I love you. This is that collection of Russian fairy tales I told you about. I want you to have it.
Oh, Westley, thank you. I love you too. And for the record, I prefer werewolves to werefalcons.
That necklace makes you look like a fairy tale princess.
A fairy tale princess with bits of compost in her hair?
That's the best kind.
Westley has been doing some excellent howling lately, but it will never be better than mine.
One of the few perks of my condition is that I'm rarely cold. Even now, all that extra hair is great for trapping heat.
I overheard Westley and Zephyr discussing their siblings and how they miss them. Do I have any siblings? And if I did, would I miss them?
I saw the Bramblegate. I don't understand. Does the Coven have enemies?
Clearly, but we don't know who.
That's troubling. Oh no.
Westley?
It's nothing. Kim invited me to the winter feast. They said that since they're in charge, they're inviting their best customer. They even said I don't have to contribute anything, since I'm an out-of-towner. If only everyone here were as well-intentioned as Kim.
We can call a new witch to join us? Like, on the phone?
No, with an incantation. Perhaps Westley will have the one we need among his scrolls.
Hi, Tara. Need some parchment or maybe some new ink?
Actually, I'm hoping you might have a special incantation in your ancient scroll collection. We need to call a new witch to the Coven Circle.
Now that you mention it, I do think I saw something like that when I was doing inventory last week. Ah, here we are. You'll need at least 4 members of the Coven to cast it round the circle with you. And here's the full list of ingredients for the incantation. I'm excited for the winter feast. It reminds me of my family's winter gatherings. I wish I could go back for one, but they go on all night. And eventually one of my great aunties would say, "Doesn't Westley look awfully hairy?"
Here, Westley gave me some new parchment, but my eyes aren't what they once were. It's a chore to sit and scribe incantations by lamplight at my age.
Juliet's been asking me for fantasy series recommendations lately. I think she feels like she can trust me, since I wasn't at town hall.
She has good taste, then.
Westley says that most of the humans are worried about repairing the ferry. But why do you need the ferry? It churns up the water near the shore, and the people who ride it throw trash in the water. Best to leave it broken.
Cameron means well with the free soup. He means well with everything, but I just can't trust the Book of the Mind. On the other hand, free soup. I thought I would be seeing you. I heard there was another accusation in town. This is just terrible. Plus, if Marty gets sent away, there goes my steak hookup.
Westley!
What? A guy's gotta eat. Sometimes I go sit by Shelby's fire pit, just to make sure he's doing all right. Now that Hazel and Marcus are both gone, he's the Coven's only elder. He deserves respect, even if he doesn't seem to care whether he gets it.
Westley has been pacing back and forth like an animal, even when he's in his human form. I think he is, what is that expression? Stir-crazy.
I'm trying not to look overwhelmed, but I haven't been to a feast this pleasant in years.
Are you okay?
Yes, just homesick and grateful to Kim for inviting me. I'm supposed to live in Milkwater, But now that the ferry's broken down, I'll just have to tell everyone I'm staying with Damon, even though I'd never really stay there. It's the definition of bachelor pad. I hope no one comes peeking through your windows at night, beautiful.
I also hope that. Very much.
It's just that I told everyone I'm staying with you. Now that the ferry's broken down, how else could I explain why I'm still here? Everyone seems surprised that Angus would accuse Marty, but that man's troubled. He tries to make it disappear into all that flour, but I'm not fooled, and I know what it feels like to keep a secret that weighs on you. I know Marty's type. There were plenty of him in the town where I grew up. All they cared about were the tourists. Maybe I'll eat one of Marty's cows after all.
Wesley!
Just kidding. Or am I?
Every new witch reacts almost the exact same way when they finally get into Ravenwood Hollow. Francis met Ariel, and I swear his eyes nearly popped out of his head.
Ah, it was the backwards feet, huh?
I'm sure it was. I reacted the same way when I met him the first time, too.
Hey there, Marty. And Thomas.
Ha! Bet you never thought you'd see the two of us together, huh? But we share a common concern. We've heard howling coming from this area every night lately. If you don't mind, can we cut through your property to see if we can find any wolf tracks? Wolves are a threat to all the livestock on the island.
And I want to make sure they're captured humanely and relocated to a proper habitat.
Howling? What howling?
You haven't heard it? It sounds like it's coming from, well, your lake, which doesn't make any sense. Maybe there's a hidden cave somewhere.
Go ahead, but I don't think you'll find anything.
Well, that howling has to be coming from somewhere.
We're going to check the mountain pass area first. We'll let you know if we find anything.
Uh-oh. If they start looking around the lake, they might accidentally wind up in Ravenwood Hollow. I'd better check up on Westley to see what's going on. Wesley, some of my neighbors have been complaining of howling lately. Everything okay?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Tara. Now that it's winter, nights have gotten longer, and I'm running out of my stock of potion.
What's in it? Maybe I could brew you up a batch.
I don't know. I got it from a witch I met before I moved to Ravenwood Hollow.
I think I might know the recipe, but it will require wolfsbane from the gloaming.
One no howling potion coming right up. So do you think this will really work?
Look, even in magic, some things have, what do you humans call it, a placebo effect? But if it works, it works. And it would be nice to have more peace and quiet around here.
Thomas asked me if I ever hear wolf howls when I'm coming back late from the beach. And I haven't, but I've had swimmer's ears so many times that my eardrums are like permanently waterlogged. Amira took a look once and said my ear canals are kind of a catastrophe.
You look troubled.
Do I? I'm not. Not at all. It's just my face.
Got something for you, Wesley.
Oh, Tara, thank you. It was really kind of you to help me like this.
Hey, it helps us too. If the Fairhaven folks are this upset about witches, I can't imagine what they'll do if they find out that there is a werewolf close to their town.
I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble with your neighbors.
I told Francis the story of that witch with the hawk familiar, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. Wesley mentioned Francis was trying to research the world's slowest, safest animal familiars.
Well, if we see a very dignified tortoise walking around soon, I think it'll be safe to say those two things are related.
One of these days, Lena will have to tell Parker she's a witch. I hope he takes it better than my brother Lou did when I told him I'd been bitten.
But Lou came around eventually, right?
Well, no.
The new witch who joined your coven. Why does he wear so many clothes? Wesley insists it's comfortable, but how?
Reading may be my singular hobby, but I do try to mix up the backgrounds at least.
Ah, Tara. I've always said that lots of different protein sources make for a healthy diet. And you clearly agree.
Is it just me, or do Wesley's howls seem to be louder than normal? I think the guy's been in a good mood lately.
High Priestess, what happens if we can't turn the seasons?
I've asked Westley to research that for us, but he hasn't turned up anything helpful yet.
Any luck with your wolf search, Marty?
No, but the howling stopped. Who knows? Maybe it was a trick of the wind in the first place.
I lent one of my books to Ariel, and when he gave it back, the spine was all creased. Who does that? I stopped in at Sophia's this morning. She's finally smiling again. Must feel good, knowing that the person who let her get scapegoated is paying for it now.
Dark enchantment I shall break, and spellbound child will soon awake.
So now what?
Now we have to find Vanessa before she gets herself into serious trouble. Will this day never end?
Hi, Westley. Wait. Why are the four of you here together?
Westley has something he needs to tell you.
The woman who bound Juliet. I recognized her. I met her several months ago. She came up to me in the woods and said she had a werewolf suppression potion. One that actually worked. But in exchange, she, Vanessa, I suppose we now know, wanted updates on the Coven's activities.
And he took it! He took the stinking deal!
She reminded me of a figure from stories I heard as a child. A very powerful figure. And so I didn't want to say no.
Wait. You were monitoring me?
My feelings for you have nothing to do with it. I was trying to figure out a good time to tell you. But there is no good time for something like that.
I thought you were our friend. I can't believe you do this.
I never wanted to be a werewolf, Tara. What she promised was a return to the life I used to live.
She figured out how to grab you where it hurt. Huh.
Somehow she knew what I wanted more than anything.
High Priestess, when I first arrived in Ravenwood Hollow, this kind of criminal would have been sentenced to death at the Coven's hands.
Perry, no!
It is your decision, not ours. What will you do with him?
Kill him right now? Certainly not. While I'm furious with you, Westley, we don't have time for vengeance.
I am grateful.
We need to know where Vanessa went when she was here, boy. What does your sniffer tell you?
I think it's obvious she went this way. And then she went through here.
Thank you. I should have known it would be the third pillar.
She's no fool. She sealed it shut.
Then we need to unseal it.
I think I can make that happen.
And why should they trust you?
Because I'm the one who supplied her parchment. Over time, I got a sense of the techniques she uses. Here, Tara. You have the skills to fix this. Consider these supplies the beginning of my atonement. All you need now is a sunflower.
I believe you can grow them in your greenhouse.
Go ahead, Tara. The rest of us will stay here in case Vanessa comes back.
And we'll be returning to Ravenwood Hollow. We've been away for too long. Come along, Westley. You've done enough damage to the Coven already.
I really am sorry.
We'll talk about it later.
I understand the witches more than the Fae. You're caught between two worlds, too.
Wesley gave me the parchment, but I still need fennel seed powder and a few of Vanessa's personal items.
Tara, read the incantation.
Wraith! Too long in this place, you have been a bane. Now in this locket, be forever chained!
That's all you've got? It's still not enough!
Don't give up!
Who are those people?
Tara, get the locket, now!
Bastian! Who is she? And who's the fairy and the guy with the backwards feet? None of this was in my farmer's manual. What on earth is going on?
We've lived here longer than you, mortal. But now our task is done. You won't see us again.
They just disappeared. Everyone saw that, right?
My heart. I know we have a lot to talk about, although I would also understand if you never wanted to talk to me again.
No, I have some things I would like to say too. I'll meet you in Ravenwood Hollow after nightfall.
Okay. I'll see you then.
I just need to know one thing. Was our entire relationship a ruse? Did you only get close to me so you could feed information to Vanessa?
No, I swear it. I never told her anything about you. That's why she cut off my potion supply. I wasn't giving her the details she wanted. I think that's why she finally went after Juliet.
You put us all in danger by not telling us that someone was draining the wellspring.
I didn't realize that's why the race were getting out. I'm not a witch, remember? I know it's not an easy thing to ask, but if you think you could find it in your heart to forgive me, I promise I'll prove myself to you.
I don't know if the Coven will be able to trust you again so easily. And I am a part of the Coven.
Believe me, I get it. So I think I know what you're going to say. But can we give this another chance? Or is it over between us?
I'm afraid it has to be over. But maybe we can rebuild our friendship in time.
I would really like that. When you feel up to it, you can always come over to my shop for a cup of tea.
Okay. That might be nice. We would have helped you if you had told us what was going on.
She had me convinced that she was the only one who could cure me. I know that's not an excuse. I know it's not an easy thing to ask. But if you think you could find it in your heart to forgive me, I promise I'll prove myself to you.
You lied to me. We lied to the town. None of us are without guilt here.
That's true. I don't want to lie anymore, Tara. I mean it. So I think I know what you're going to say. But can we give this another chance? Or is it over between us?
I don't want it to be over. We've come so far.
Really? Oh, sweetheart. I promise I'll never keep a secret from you ever again. I love you, Tara.
I love you too, Westley.
I wish I could say Vanessa's reveal took me by surprise, but she always used to ask me for the oddest book recommendations. Looking back, I should have noticed her inclinations. What normal human needs a book on the history of ceremonial magic?
Wesley, are you serious? Why didn't you say anything?
She said it was for a school lesson. Obviously, I shouldn't have believed that. Gloria is such a warm presence. It's good to see her walk the streets of Ravenwood Hollow again.
Westley, I have a gift for you.
Is this what I think it is?
Uh-huh. Will you marry me, Wesley?
Yes. Let's do it right now.
Or maybe next week.
Okay. I'll set everything up in the forest. I just wish my family could come. Oh, well. Hey, can we serve salmon at the wedding?
It's always a treat when Gloria stops by. The woman knows her literature.
Figured you'd be back. Guilty conscience weighing on you, boy.
Yes, very much.
I've been thinking about your betrayal too. Because of what you did, those of us in the Coven had to use a tremendous amount of magical force. It was exhausting.
I realize that. So I brought something to contribute to the wellspring. If you'll take it. This is the werewolf suppression potion Vanessa gave me. It's made with rare ingredients.
Ah, so it's powerful stuff.
Powerful enough to keep the wellspring balanced for a good while.
That would give us a much-needed break.
But sweetheart, doesn't that mean you'll be a werewolf in the daytime too?
Yes. At least until I start taking the potion again. Vanessa told me how to brew more, and Perry's already begun a batch. But it takes a long time to steep. In the meantime, giving you my supply is the right thing to do.
It's brave of you to give up something you've relied on.
Is it brave? Doesn't feel that way to me. You witches are the brave ones.
After what you told Vanessa, this is the least you could do.
He didn't fully know what he was doing.
No. You're right, Tara.
All right, Westley. We accept. Go ahead.
feel amazing.
Holy mother of...
It's working. I guess I'd better get used to looking like this for a while.
Don't fret. It's your more fetching form, boy.
Hey. Both your forms are smoking. This is a body-positive coven.
I wish I agreed, but thanks for the support, I guess.
Hey, you're supporting us, so we're supporting you. That's how this works.
I'm glad my potion was able to help the Coven. I promise you, I'll do all I can to help, however I can.
If he was really feeling sorry, Westley should give us all a discount at his bookshop. That's what I would do.
But you didn't give Cameron a discount after the great chicken debate.
Wait. Who said I felt sorry about that?
I know it wasn't easy for Westley to dump all that potion into the wellspring, but it was right for him to make amends.
Westley, I know there's been a lot of apologizing going on around here. Vanessa to Juliet, Natalia to Sophia.
Yes, and I'm so sorry I betrayed your Coven's trust, Tara.
Oh, I'm not here about that. This might sound strange, but do you have any incantations for saying sorry?
Actually, I do. But who are you apologizing to, my love? Actually, I do. But who would you need to apologize to, Tara?
It's not for me. It's for Angus.
Ah, he wants to apologize to Marty.
Well, not quite. I don't think he really feels that bad about Marty, to be honest.
Well, that's because Marty is a slimy real estate heir who is trying to use the island for his own profit.
True. Anyway, Angus wants to apologize to a ghost.
Fair enough. Well, I do have an atonement incantation in my archives, and it's on sale.
Sometimes I wonder how things would have gone if I'd come here as a poet and not a rancher. Westley probably would have eaten one or two of you when the ferry was down and there was no other food source. But besides that...
Violet and Damon have been telling me how handsome I look as a wolf. I know they're only trying to make me feel better, but I appreciate it.
They're right, you know. You're handsome in any form.
Westley may be struggling now, but he'll come into his own.
It was brave of Westley to own up to his complicity. Desperate people make bad decisions, and he clearly felt that way.
As shocking as it was to learn of Wesley's part in all this, at least he attempted to make things right. That sounds like the Westley I knew.
Morning, bride-to-be. I'm here to escort you to the ceremony in the woods. Or to the ferry if you get cold feet. Not that you would do that. Marriage is great. Yep.
Thanks, Parker. Lead the way.
I haven't been home a long time, but when I first saw Tara and Westley together, I could feel a spark between them. I charge them now to nurture it and take care of each other, no matter what the future brings them. I now pronounce you husband and wife.
Let's go. I really want to get home before the sun sets. And also, you know, it's honeymoon time.
I don't know him very well, but there's something about Westley. It's like I can tell we would be simpatico if we could get to know each other, you know?
I'm sorry, but how did some guy who doesn't even live here manage to scoop up one of the few available bachelorettes? Some of us actually put in the effort of moving, and nada. Anyway, congrats, I guess.
Now, I like Westley. He's one of the smartest guys I've ever met, but he never makes you feel like he's smarter than you. Great choice.
You and Westley seem like you really get each other. I hope if I get married, it's to someone who understands me like that. Congratulations, Tara.
Westley once gave me an impromptu mini-lecture on obods. They're poems written from one lover to another at dawn. What I'm saying is, you could have done much worse than someone who gets teary over sunrise love ballads.
Nice job locking down the best-dressed person in Fairhaven. Other than Vanessa. And me.
Wesley's nice. He's like really into books, right? Yeah, that's cool.
Perhaps you might be able to inspire Westley to carry the Book of the Mind in his shop. He always dodges the question when I bring it up.
Oh, I hope your marriage strengthens Wesley's bond with Fairhaven, too. I would love to see him make some real friendships here.
I don't know Wesley well, but he was always careful with the old books Hazel loved, the ones that tied her to her roots. If he's half as respectful of you, you'll be happy.
You married Westley! I could always tell he was lupining for you.
Damon.
Just hope your honeymoon isn't full.
Careful with that one. You tell old Shelby if he ever gets out of hand.
Well, so much for our speedy departure to Honeymoonville.
It's all right, sweetheart. I haven't been at the center of revelry like this in a long time. It's nice, and it means all the more that you're here, by my side.
And I will be forever and always, my love. Especially once we finish mingling and we make our way out.
Ah, so you can exit pursued by a werewolf.
Hazel always spoke so fondly of Wesley. I'm sure she would have been delighted that the two of you are together.
Ooh, now that you're married to Mr. Westley, I can ask you my questions about his book inventory instead of asking Mommy.
Oh, wow. I suppose that is true.
Don't worry, I haven't even itemized my requests yet. Besides, today is for cake.
I'll admit, I don't know Wesley too well. I know he's almost single-handedly keeping Kim in business, though, and any friend of Kim's is a friend of mine. I hope you're very happy together.
Thanks, Angus.
Happy wedding day to Mr. Wesley, Tara. Thanks for the cake.
I'm glad Westley decided to move in with you. It would have been too weird for you the other way. And I'd miss you.
Good for you for locking down your very own cutie from Milkwater. Huh. Maybe I really ought to expand my horizons. It's such a blessing to find your soulmate. I'm glad you and Wesley have found yours in each other. Congratulations, Tara.
So it's our bookish friend Westley for you, is it? Hope you got plenty of salmon.
I rather like Westley. He's the only one round here who loves digging through musty old books as much as I do.
I get Wesley's vibe. He's like here, but also not here.
It might surprise you to hear this, but the bride and I have one thing in common today. We both have the good sense to marry Milkwater citizens. I jest. Today we celebrate their marriage and officially welcome Westley as a new citizen of Fairhaven.
Let's go. I really want to get home before the sun sets. And also, you know, it's honeymoon time.
Congratulations on bringing another fine citizen to Fairhaven. Maybe you can convince Westley to open another bookstore here?
Wesley really knows how to pick a suit that fits him properly. I appreciate that in a man.
Oh, my heart.
Are you okay?
Yes, you just took my breath away.